as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about?
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, Mike. Wait. You ain't going nowhere. 61.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsay. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Allen now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and goal.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, all you guys can come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
56.
Allen to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
64, weak.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Check 52. White, 89.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, 180.
Check 52.
Red.
52, come on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Allen's throw is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This pass into the arms of Snead. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Rivers. Snead's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
At their 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Throwing Rivers. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
180. 190.
First and 10 at the 20.
Running on first down with Ware. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's first and 10 from the 12. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Philip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14. Giants 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They will run with Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out of his end zone, Rivers looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. 25 yards that time. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start.
He's got a man complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, easy, easy. Hey, 79, 79. 59, Mike to 59. Go, baby. Go, team, spill. Mike, check.
Off the play fake here, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. This is caught, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T.Y. Hilton, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Zoo.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
It's been a long day for you.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. He'll run it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll run on first down. Lewis. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Allen off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Rivers on the money, complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lindsey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Dion Lewis It's a big play there by Lewis. 67 yards on the ground.
7-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And a hell of a run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
52's the mic. All right. Alert. Hey, let's get there.
This is Lewis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run here with Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Set. 190. White. Squeeze, double. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
From the gun, Rivers. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
27 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
On first down, it's Lewis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
319.
Watch Mike. I got one. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Allen taking it himself, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is...
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mike, 56, right there.
And they will take a knee here.
Round 80. Double tight. 4 down. Alert.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4.
My dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got